On your feet! Get them going!
Good afternoon. It's Mike, and welcome to Cross Examinations, live on Cross Examinations. Oh my gosh, I just noticed I have a stain. I was making beef jerky. Apparently, I splashed some oil or something. Anyways, sorry about that. It's gonna bug me the entire stream now. Now that I'm looking at it, it's gonna bother me. Oh well, what it is what it is. Jeff Potts is here, and he says, "I'm foist." Yay! Congratulations, Jeff. And DJ Peterson made it. Jeff Potts, yes, you are still foist. Whatever that means. Arlene, hello. Grantish, do you ever get around to smoking eggs? What a rush. No. Switching to computer, be right back. Smoking eggs, no. But I cut up, oh my gosh, so much meat last night. I cut up, I don't even know how much it was. I go to Costco and I buy these giant packs of what is it? Chuck roast, which most people don't realize there's so much good meat in a chuck roast. Like if you get a good chuck roast, that the big main slab of meat in it, there's like one big slab and then there's different other little pieces. It's all like different muscles, right? But the one main muscle in it, man, you get a good marbled muscle like that. That thing is like tender and juicy and just banging. I'm drooling. Actually, I had the leftover and made teriyaki steak with it. But anyways, I just covered. Usually I do 3 racks of meat on my grill. Like I skewer it through bamboo, with bamboo, not through bamboo. And I lay 3 racks in, and that usually covers it. I had so much meat, I did a 4th rack. And I still had some left over, so I made some teriyaki beef. That's how much beef jerky I am making. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Should be done around 4 or 5 o'clock. We shall see. And then we have Drawn and Quartered tonight over on the other channel. And you're all subscribed, so you know what I'm talking about. Blacklist Universe. Making me hungry, Mike. I know, I'm full. I just ate the beef teriyaki leftovers. Sipping a little bit of coffee, looking a little bit tired. I'm not. I got a good night's sleep though. My sleep barely got interrupted when my wife took my youngest to school. And you know what? I've been noticing something when I do these streams inside on my chair. I go way over time. I've been hitting the hour mark on these when I'm inside, and it's like I'm trying to get these done in a reasonable amount of time so that I can get all my unreasonable amounts of work done. And here I am. All right, so let's get to it. Let's get to it, shall we? Today is Wednesday, October 9th, day 23, in, once again, The Rising Sun. Oh, you know what I should do? Let me see. Where's view on YouTube? I didn't share this out. Can you guys all share this out? Make sure you share it out and let people know what we're doing here, right? Quiet. Shush me. All right, I'm going to share it to X. I'm going to say live now. Live right now. Post. And then I'm going to share it to... Oh, I'm going to share it to my regular channel. Doing a Bible study if any of y'all are interested. I probably should have done this before. Sorry. And then I'm going to share it to the Fellows Bible Study. Get in here. And then I'm going to share it to Blacklist Universe. Hey. Everyone, get in here. All right. Then I'm going to share it. There's a whole bunch of groups I can share this to that I don't usually, and I should. And yeah. So there it is. All right. All right. Enough of that. Enough marketing and promotion. We're here to study the Word of God. Squirrel in 5, 4, 3, 2. So Max is actually taking up half of my desk. He's a big cat, and he's just laying right here like a big blob of goo. He's not a squirrel, but he is my cat. So I'd show you, but I don't want to mess up my camera setup. All right. So what are we doing? We are doing Matthew 13, 24 to 43. Matthew. I don't even have this set up yet. I'm so slacking. King James Bible Online. Do you guys like it better on the screen or like when I read out of my Bible? Matthew 13. 13? 24 to 33. All right. 24 to 43. Squirrel cat. Yes, let's go, squirrel cat. All right, present, share screen. Lord, guide us in our Bible reading and reveal to us your truth. Amen. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. Those are like weeds. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence hath... Hey, Melissa. From whence then hath it tares? And he said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servants said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? Boy, this really kind of I know I'm saying a squirrel, right? It just makes me think of the church, right? It's like there's the good Christians in the church. Then there's the cultural Christians, right? Who, I mean, look, I'd rather live in a Christian culture than not. But these are people, I mean, someone was saying yesterday there's a church in Chicago with rainbow flags all over it. I'm going to go ahead and say those are the tares amongst the wheat. You know what I'm saying? People who are steering in the church, and mixed amongst the real Christians, the faithful Christians. No, the real Christians. I'm going to say that. And do their best to move the church away from truth, which is literally evil, right? You're moving away from truth. You're moving towards the lie. That is evil. Anyways, you guys probably already knew that, and there's no reason. See, I slam my thing, and my cat wakes up and twitches. Legs go like. All right. Let both grow together until the harvest. In the time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, I feel like there's a t-shirt logo in there. I'm Jesus's wheat. The kingdom of heaven is like to a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all seeds, but when it is grown, it is the greatest among herbs, and becometh a tree, so that the birds of the air can come and lodge in the branches thereof. Do any of you realize the truth of this? Because he doesn't say it's the greatest among trees. He says it's the greatest among herbs. Do you know how much genetic information there is in a mustard seed? I am going to take a pause on this to show you guys, because most people glance over this. Oh yeah, sure, mustard. great herb, whatever. Dude, I don't think I can name another herb or vegetable or plant that has the genetic diversity of mustard. Derived from mustard. This is going to trip you out if you've never seen it before. Open image. All right. Oh, I didn't share my screen, did I? I only shared this. This is not going to show up. Oh, it did show up. Good. Look what you can get from the mustard plant. You can get cabbage, Brussels sprouts, kohlrabi, which is what is that in Japanese? Zasai. Zasai. Oh, I love zasai. Pickled zasai. So good. Although I won't eat it now because I'm a carnivore. Kale, broccoli, and cauliflower. And I don't even know if that's all. Those are the derivative plants of mustard. Kohlrabi, kale, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and cauliflower. Yeah, I guess it is. Those are all mustard. Those are all when you're making up some coleslaw, you're eating mustard. When you're at Thanksgiving dinner and you're chomping down on some Brussels sprouts, you're eating mustard. When you're Japanese and you're eating zasai, kohlrabi, because I don't think Americans eat kohlrabi, you're eating mustard. When you're making your disgusting kale shake for your health and you're filling your body with oxalates, you're eating mustard. When you're diving into a delicious bowl of cheese-covered broccoli, you're eating mustard. When you're chomping down on some of that, what's that called? The pickled cauliflower. Anyways, you're eating mustard. And on top of that, you know what else you can make with mustard? Mustard. So 7 things. Oh, that's interesting. The number 7. The number 7. Shut the front door. I know, right? So you didn't know this? Right? Who eats mustard? Brussels sprouts are awesome, DJ. What are you talking about? So if you put mustard in your coleslaw, you're putting mustard in mustard. This is correct. This is correct. So when Jesus says that the mustard seed is the greatest of all herbs, people are probably like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" This is probably what he's talking about. That's what what else can be made? I mean, what else? I honestly don't know. I don't know if there's any other vegetable that has been turned into so many other vegetables because of its genetic diversity. It's like a dog. It's like the dog of the vegetable kingdom. You know how dogs have like insane genetic diversity. I mean, you can create a Chihuahua with no hair, or you can create what are those? A Saint Bernard, and every variety. The mustard seed. Like I would say, the dog is the greatest of all mammals in the same sense that the mustard seed is the greatest of all vegetationables. Vegetations. All right. Well, now the more you know, the less you know. I love Brussels sprouts. Not big on kale though. Well, all of these are high in oxalates, so I don't want to eat them because it gives me kidney stones, which I have not had one kidney stone since I went carnivore. Hi, I got a NCB Bible. I'm reading slowly, but I just got through God being angry at Adam and Eve because of eating of the tree. Well, they ate the fruit of the tree, which gave them the knowledge of sin. So the knowledge of good and evil was the knowledge that they could do something against God's will. Devil's hair. Devil's air? Devil's air. Not hair. Air. What is the NCB? New something Bible. Mustard would be a cute name for a dog. Amy, stop. Stop. No, not that. Not now. All right. Another parable spake he unto them. The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal till the whole was leavened. Okay. You know why the Jewish population would resonate with the 3 measures of meal idiom? I'm pretty sure that's the right word. When God and his 2 angels came to meet with Abraham before they went and destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, Sarah measured out 3 measures of meal for the 3 people presented to them. So it's like it's got this Jewish idiom. It's something that we 2,000 years later, growing up in a Gentile church, wouldn't really connect dots on, right? But yeah, for the Jewish audience, this was a very specific. Why is it every time I start streaming, one of my Telegram groups starts going freaking bonkers with, all right, I gotta turn you off. Hold on. Is it this one? This one. You need to be quiet for 2 hours. Mute notification. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Measures of meal. No. I can't wait for the song of Solomon. We are in such a time now. Solomon. Solomon? Are you on voice to text or something? I always thought barbecue sauce was the greatest of all barbecue sauces. Oh, mustard is the greatest of all barbecue sauces. Okay, LGBT alphabet stuff. What? Right. All right. So, anyways, that's the 3:11 thing. That's why it's very particular to the Jewish idiom. All these things spake Jesus unto the multitude in parables, and without a parable spake he not unto them, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables, I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world. Then Jesus sent the multitude away and went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. And he answered and said unto them, Isn't it obvious? Can you not comprehend? I'm using a metaphor. He didn't actually say that, but I feel like he should have, because that's like such an obvious. Anyways, I'll just read it. He that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Mind you, pay attention. This is actually the end of the millennial age, because that's when all this stuff happens. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. All right. So he gives a little more information than just the parable, right? In Jesus's explanation of the parable, he goes a little further than just the obvious explanation. Okay, that's that. Devil's Air says, I need to change name and mail. My name is changed on Twitter and Discord, but I need to change overall still. Do it. Change it to God's heir. Because when you're a Christian, you are the heir to the kingdom. Booyah! Hi. Alrighty then. Let's get to. It's kind of dark in here, but I think I can read this anyways. Did I chase enough squirrels today? I'm trying to get through this in a decent amount of time. Much to do. Much to do. I have ultimate monkey. That's funny. One of my very first screen names was Angry Monkey. I don't know why. I think it's funny that the tares are harvested first. Evil has to be exposed and removed before good is exalted. But this is at the end of the age. The end of the millennial reign. And that's when a third of mankind. And that's the thing. In the millennial reign, angels are sort of the police force on Earth. IIRC, if I'm interpreting that correctly. So they're all out there, and they're going to be gathering up those who reject Christ at the end of the millennial age. Interesting. I love this stuff, but I got to stop. I know, Squirrel Factory Online. Interesting that your name was Angry Monkey and you did a bunch of monkey art. I know. All right, so wheat and weeds, says AJ Hoffman. You know what? I either need to turn the light on or wear my glasses. I'm gonna go with glasses. All right. Okay, this is good. When I was young, every spring we would eat this plant that we called sourgrass. What? We would go play. Oh, right. We would go play outside and gather up this grass and chew it without swallowing any of the grass itself. I remember that. It's got the little yellow flowers on it. Yeah, I used to do that too. That's funny. It tasted like lemons and, well, grass. Maybe it was lemongrass. I don't know why, but we loved it. We would chew on this stuff for hours. I had this brilliant idea of gathering it up and crushing enough of it in the cup to make sour grass aid. You can probably guess I got really sick after drinking it. That much acidity isn't meant for a 9-year-old stomach. AJ is stupid. Just kidding, AJ. No, but I would go get rose petals and I squeezed the juice out of those to make I had like a little empty bottle, those little sampler perfume things you get. Well, I had an empty one of those from my mom, I guess. And I squeezed a bunch of rose petal juice into that to make my own. I made my own perfume when I was a kid. In order to understand the parable found in Matthew 13:24-30, we have to take a deeper look into weeds. Lolium tementulum, also known as darnel in the region of Israel, is a weed that is indistinguishable from wheat until the time of harvest. Darnel is the same color, shape, and size as wheat, and you can. Oh, that's funny. There's a kid and there's a man. He's a man now. He's my son's age. Named Elijah Darnell. Or is that Darnell? Is it Darnell or Darnell? No, I don't remember. Never mind. And you can only tell the difference between the two when the wheat starts to produce wheat berries, while the weed produces nothing. In fact, to drive the point home even more, darnel is poisonous. With that in mind, let's break down this parable a little more and get to the heart of what Jesus is saying. Jesus, the farmer, plants seeds, the believers, in the field, the world, but the enemy, the devil, comes to plant his own seeds, people who look like believers but are not, wearing rainbow clothing, in the farmer's field. Again, the world. This is how, in the parable, we end up with both wheat and weeds in the same field without being able to tell the difference between the two. The whole concept of this story is to communicate the idea that until the wheat produces good wheat berries, there's no way to differentiate it from the poisonous weeds. Oh, that's a great point. That's a great point. I never. Every time I hit the desk, he freaks out. I tried gathering up honeysuckle's nectar, thinking it would be awesome on pancakes. Needless to say, I got about a soda cap's worth and gave up. Honeysuckle. I like honeysuckle too. I love honeysuckle. Sawgrass grows like crazy here, but it will make you sick if you lay into it. What do you mean lay into it? You mean lay down in them? You know it by its. I know, right? I never realized that part of the. That's very good, AJ. Very good, AJ. Top marks. Top marks. So we have this problem as believers. How do we know if someone is a true believer or just someone who professes to follow God, but deep down is poisonous? Who can we trust? No one. Just kidding. Here is the encouraging news. It's the farmer who separates the wheat from the weeds. It is not the responsibility of the wheat, but the farmer to identify wheat and destroy the weeds. Although he sends his angels to do that, so I'm not. Anyways, too many Christians point the finger at others trying to do the work of our Father, the farmer. Ask yourself in the parable, what is the responsibility of the wheat? To grow and produce fruit. That's it. What if we spent more time focusing on our own issues instead of other people's? What if we fixed our attention on producing more fruit of the Spirit in ourselves instead of assessing the validity of fruit in others? In the end, you can only control one variable, your own fruit. Interesting perspective. Hey, Ninja's here. What's up, Ninja? Our job is to grow. Yes. All right. Questions. Gosh dang it. Now the other one is starting to line up. I got to turn these freaking mute notifications. There's certain channels I can't permanently mute the notifications of. So it's just, it only goes off when I'm streaming or recording. What is a specific questions from the devotion? What is a specific area in which you have a really hard time dealing with other people's shortcomings? Why do you think this particular area bothers you so greatly? Other people's shortcomings. I don't want to say it because it makes me sound arrogant. If it, I'll say it and I'll sound arrogant. Whatever it is, it drives me nuts when people can't figure out things that I think are so incredibly simple to figure out. And I don't know why it bothers me. Also, having to repeat myself when people like can't hear me or don't listen to me, and then I have to repeat myself. That irritates me too. And these are both very much arrogant, prideful issues that I have to deal with, and I recognize them. And hey, we're here to deal with our shortcomings. That's my shortcoming. My shortcoming is being, I guess that's impatience, right? Yeah, that's, Lord, give me patience. All right, what's happening? Oh, Devil Air says, I'm searching, but the Netherlands is split between Christian, Catholic, and Protestant. I grew up in Catholic, but I'm open for other. Still, first time I read the Bible, serious. So yeah, the Netherlands. I've been there. It's crazy. I don't know how well. I mean, your spelling is a little bit off here, but I bet you your English when you speak it is perfect. When I went to the Netherlands, it was weird. It was like I was in California. Everybody there spoke perfect California English. And I'm sure they learned it from watching Friends or all the other TV that and then like they'd turn and they'd speak to each other in Dutch, and it's your like brain blows up because you're like, I could swear I'm sitting in California right now, and these people just start talking to each other in Dutch. I'm like, wow, it's so trippy. Devzar says I'm in Discord. Maybe we can talk sometimes. Oh yeah, I gotta do some live stuff in Discord sometimes. Careful, Mike. You know how God grants patience, tribulation. Oh, you're right. Lord, thank you for blessing me with patience in abundance. Thank you, Lord. for the miracle of just instilling patience in me without tribulation. Everyone's here growing so much. Hooray for the fruit of the spirit. Yay. All right. Oh, wait. DJ Peterson, my husband, son, and in-laws were all deaf or hard of hearing, so I am okay with, unless I am sure the other person is only half paying attention during a conversation. Yeah, it's like I go from, and my wife will complain about this, and she has every right to. I go from like I'll be talking normal rate, and then like she'll be like, "What?" And then I'll skip from going from 5 to 6 or 7. I'll just go from 5 to 9. Not like a full on yell, but like it's like I don't want to go like 5. Okay, you didn't hear me. 6. Okay, you didn't hear me. 7. Okay, you didn't hear me. 8. Oh, now you heard me. I just go like I don't want to repeat myself like a third time, so I just go from. And she's like, "You don't have to yell." I'm like, "I'm not yelling. I just want to make sure you hear me." And I get it. It's patience on my part. Patience, Mike. Patience. Lord, thank you for granting me miraculous patience. There you go, miraculous patience. Yeah, we are taught English in games and movies. Bilingual is basically a necessity here. Also, speaking is easier than typing or greater than typing. Yeah, it's weird. If any of you have ever been, and my what do I call him? My nephew, my niece's husband, who's now my nephew. He's a Nederlander. So although his English isn't as good because he grew up in Germany. If he'd have grown up in the Netherlands, he'd have perfect English. Dang it. Oh well. I wish they would move to America. They live in Germany still. Germany, of all places. I don't know, I'm talking like this. It's not right. Anyways. Yeah, isn't it weird? You'd think that because Netherlands is like literally across the ocean from, well, just you could take a boat from the Netherlands to England. And England is like where English comes from. You'd think they'd have like an English accent learning, but they learn it all from TV. They learn it all from America. Weird. That's so weird considering how much German is English. You must learn patience. How long will that take? What's that from? I remember that. Okay. What specific part of your life do you think requires the most patience from others? Patience from others? What do I do that requires other people to be patient with me? Fulfilling my comic campaign? I'm sorry. That's terrible for those of you who backed. I will get it done. My plan was to get it done by the end of the year. It's already October, so that's probably not going to happen. But that was the plan. I will get it done as soon as possible. Hopefully by February. I'm offering a fast track course in patience. Yeah. I listened to a man from Netherlands. Beautiful accent. He calls his accent Danglish. Makes me giggle. That's funny. I switched between American because of TV shows and movies and games, but we are taught English, UK English in school. Most just have a mixed. Oh, really? That's interesting. See, I was kind of right. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that question. Anyways, what about parables makes it easier or more difficult for you to understand Jesus' teachings? Well, I mean, it's like I get it unless I don't get it, right? Because he's speaking in parables of things that, like in some cases, the parable of Lazarus and the rich man. It's like I get the point of the parable, but then you're like, is it a parable? Like all the other parables are like things that actually happen or can happen. Is it a parable in the strictest sense where it's really a thing that can happen? Or is it a parable in the sense that it's just a story to illustrate a point that can't actually, I don't know. So I get it unless I don't get it. I don't even know if that's an answer. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Mike just chased a Danish squirrel. You stupid, but the people are retarded. It's like Spanish in America. Most speak Mexican Spanish, but it's usually taught with the Spain dialect as it's more formal. Yeah, it's funny because, I mean, like Mexican Spanish, and then you go to South America, Argentinian Spanish sounds completely different, right? And I assume the same with Peruvian Spanish, Ecuadorian Spanish. Like all these little different places have different dialects, just like America. I mean, everybody says, "Oh, it's the South," but you got North Carolina South, um, you got Texas South, you got Alabama South. They all have their own particular dialect. So it's like you have different regions with different intonations, and like that's the same thing. South America is like all over the place. California Spanish is just Mexican, man. Um, it's more like Tijuana Mexican. It's not like, hey, I was born in East LA. Actually, people do talk like that here too. It's not really fake. And never the twang shall meet. Womp womp. You definitely have different accents and dialects in the South. Yes. And I think they've gotten rid of it in Florida. I think Floridians basically sound like Californians. And that's the thing that's because of Hollywood. Hollywood has exported the Californian accent to a great percentage. I mean, most people in New York don't even talk like New Yorkers anymore, right? They talk like Californians because we've exported our dialect of American English via the media. Kan jij dit Nederlands bericht lezen? Is it bericht? Bericht lezen? No, I don't know what that means. I probably didn't read it right. Dos cervezas, bruh. You're close. Apparently, we also have the Miami accent. Oh. Riri. Okay. Daily prayer. Lord, give me the patience to love those who are hard to love. That's a great prayer. Instill in me a conviction to work on what I can control in myself and trust you to work in the lives of those around me. Amen. Amen. Yes, Lord, thank you. Next time, Luke 8:42-56. 40 through 56, not 42-56. Oh gosh, that's it. I mean, you know what? We have a few minutes, so I'll stick around and let's chit chat, patty whack. California or California? I'm in San Diego, so we're not California. Everything south of Orange County is relatively conservative for California. That's not to say I used to live in Austin, although that was a quarter century ago. So when I lived in Austin, I would say, look, Austin is liberal for Texas. California or San Diego is conservative for California. But Austin was still more conservative than San Diego. It's all, it's subjective, really. I mean, state by state. So thanks, Mike, for what? What did I do? Did I do something? And then California. Yeah, California comes from the mustard seed. If you're late, you'll have to rewind and see what I'm talking about. God bless. Have a good one, everyone. When you realize the world is hell-bound, but all have been offered grace, it's easier to love those that are hard to love. Truth. We visited Crescent City, California, and they were really conservative. Yeah, there's really conservative places. The thing is, if you just got rid of LA County and San Francisco and certain other parts of the general Bay Area, you just kind of shoved them into the ocean, California would vote red. It really would. Northern California is conservative. Well, here's the thing. Eastern California is conservative. The coastal areas, well, that's not even entirely true because you've got, I mean, San Diego's coastal, Orange County's coastal, Santa Barbara, all the way up to, what's that? What's that city that, what's his face? What's the mayor of? Cardiff by this? No, that's down here. Oh my gosh, my brain. Like past Big Sur, Carmel. They elected Clint Eastwood as mayor. So, yeah, I think it's just the Bay Area. But the Bay Area is considered Northern California. If you mean higher north than that, very limited population. Guys, that's such a beautiful part of the country, but nobody ever even talks about it unless they're talking about like Humboldt. With the exception of San Diego, the more east you go in California, the more conservative. San Diego has a higher military population, so it tends to also be conservative. Yeah, but we are very high. Actually, I don't even know about that. Never mind. I need to write a church scene in my book, Dwarven book, but I don't want to sound preachy. Hope to write a bit like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Like there's a scene, but not the main subject of the book. Yeah, that's good. I love that movie. It was funny when I went from, I bought The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly on VHS. As soon as DVDs came out, I bought it on DVD. As soon as Blu-ray came out, I bought it on Blu-ray. It's like, that's one of those movies. Like I want it. Same thing with Blazing Saddles. It's like Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Blazing Saddles, and then eventually Gladiator. Although I never had Gladiator on VHS. Blue City Crime is moving up. Lot is illegal immigrant. Connect the dots, folks. Yeah, right north of San Francisco, even though San Fran is part of North. Yeah, it's really weird because you look at the map and really it's like they consider what I look at on the map as Central America or Central California. Central California looks like on the map like the Bay Area, right? Because it keeps going. Oh, maybe it's just because I grew up there and I always thought that was the middle. Anyways, pointless. I'm just rambling at this point, so I think I should wrap up this stream. Thanks everybody for being here for another exciting episode of Cross Examinations, and hopefully you'll be here tomorrow for the next exciting episode of Cross Examinations. Bye.
Back in line, you dog! On your feet! Get them going!